Lesson 8. The Healing Center. Shall we return once again to our blue crystal? How's it progressing? No longer hidden from view, it begins to form around itself the atmosphere of a garden. More people have been added to those who attended. An around-the-clock vigil is kept in meditation. Different souls, offering their service and their understanding, have been screened, and there are those who have stayed on to work at close hand and perpetuate the vigil. It's a process of centering energy, allowing it to flow where it will, yet tracking it down, centering it at one point. A strong contact must be made at a base point, where the energy is to be sent out in colorful ribbons of helpfulness. Having a strong tie-in at one point is essential for the constant flow, the uninterrupted contact, to let it free of the crystal or disconnect it from our control. And this must not happen. So we are now in the process of establishing a strong tie between the crystal and the energy that floats from it, enhanced by the interaction of the human souls accompanying it in a working relationship. Notice that we say enhanced by, for the activity of humans in conjunction with the crystal is a necessary part of the whole machine. The crystal by itself would be inept and unable to do the healing. Used in conjunction with the human force of mind, it becomes a great healer, a great generator of powerful energy. As the garden develops around our crystal, those working with spades and love have carefully transplanted shrubs and brought cuttings ready for the ground. Benches have been placed with sensitivity and delicacy, and an altar shelter has been built for meditation. The ground is kept pure and free from any foreign contamination that might change the chemical disposition of wholeness. We begin to feel that this area is being readied for a specific purpose. We have envisioned large crystals of different genders that will send productive energy from county to county, crossing many miles. This energy is picked up and reinforced by other large crystals many times, until the vast area is well supplied with useful energy. We have envisioned transportation energized by crystals. We have seen light, heat, movements of water powered by crystal energy. So what is happening here with the blue crystal? Alone in the garden, working by itself, unassisted by other crystals. It has a function of its own, made of the right proportions and properties. Its framework holds it aloft, several inches from the ground. It sits as a learning tool, and we are learning, as the garden grows around us, to sense its energy, to use it and control it. It is for healing, singing its own tune in a healing ray. This crystal in this garden is for healing. This crystal will also help physical difficulties, but it specializes in the healing of mental fractures and emotional imbalances. Do not narrow this down in your mind to propose a kind of clinic, for this it is not. It is much more. There are outer buildings being built at the same time as the garden. Domes are practical in this area, and the steep bank is becoming alive with those transporting materials. Careful not to endanger the growth cycle of the displaced wildlife and shrubbery. The one-room cabins are going up out of sight of the crystal and hidden from each other. To be a healing center for those who work to regain their emotional balance. To be a place of peace and strength-giving. This center must choose carefully not only materials and supplies, but also those who work here, for no contaminants are needed in the body, mind, or spirit. We are working with healing, and we must first be healed ourselves. Those who move along the path are often asked to turn and go back a few paces to help those whom they love, who have lingered behind. In this process of returning and assisting, we learn the final cleansings for ourselves. As this mountainside center for healing, with its powerful blue crystal, is being built, those who build it will experience healing, and it will grow into form as a vital thing grows into full usage, rich, potent, alive, the giving essential of life. When all people in their hearts harbor naught but love, then the time will have come for rejoicing. Now is the time of work. With joy in our hearts to sustain us, we move forward in the work. for we know that naught shall transpire lest we do it ourselves. There is much work to be done. Beginning with the recreating of the crystal system, we shall move into works that create a new earth. The crystal system is only the beginning. It is the groundwork. It is the basic structure. It must be laid in order to bring the rest through. It must be established first, for much of the other depends on it. If we're to empower a new world, the crystal system must be laid. So let us work on it diligently, moving forward with faith that as we work, we build anew a system that we have known about, yet this time we build more correctly and more completely. Beginning with the small crystals in hand, we work to understand the larger ones. Each occasion of people on the Earth planet is to make amends for those times when we have chosen to cast aside the laws and abide by our own rulings. At this time, we have the opportunity to correct a collective indiscretion. As a group, we moved into the incorrectness. Now, as the same group, we will have the opportunity to build anew that which we understand, and we will do it for the benefit of all humankind. As you work with the small crystals, the ones held in hand, know that they are duplicates of the larger. Work with them in this understanding, and please know that you are being trained to explore the usages of many crystals, large and small. It is a technique of exploration, for we must build as we grow. To create a new world, we must create, and creation is not what it seems. Creation is hard work. It is not just the waving of a hand. It is building step by step that which we wish to see manifested. We are truly co-creators, and we have come into our own. We have now reached the period of development where we may take the raw materials and create. There was a time when we waited and we formed according to the law. No longer. We now take the law into our own hands, and we create with it. It does not create us. We have reached the point of power where we can move either way. We can move with the law and create magnificently, or we can move against the law and create our own structure, which will fall. Choose once again, and this time, choose love. As we worked together in the old days, we will work together once again. The same souls abide in us. We are the same beings. Moving with the same intelligences, we come again to construct our own world. Let us not slip up this time. Let us hold firm to the conviction that as we move in might, we must also move with the right. Effort put forth in this manner can only reap the benefits of the universe. Holding that which is not to be far behind us, let us look forward to building a new world that is empowered by light and sustained by love. The healing center builds around us as we heal ourselves from within.